Good morning, Kelly, and thank you for taking time with us today. My name is Coach Andy O'Brien, and I am the Master Coach here at Action Coach Wilco. We are a business coaching firm focused on guiding business owners to have the freedom to grow their business, spend time with loved ones, and build a solid team. My guest today is Kelly St. Julien of the Boys and Girls Club here in Georgetown. And thank you for joining us. Why don't we start with a bit of an introduction? Please tell our viewers a little bit about you, your business, and how long you've been with the Boys and Girls Club.
Well, Boys and Girls Club of Georgetown has been in this community for 14 years. Myself, I've been here 2 years. I'm actually a club kid, so I've been with the movement for about 30 years. I just kind of never left.
Excellent. So you've been with this group about 30 years in the program yourself. So, we talk about best in target market, but let's talk about your kids. Who are the kids that you need to join Boys and Girls Club?
Any kid, every kid.
Any kid and every kid.
Yeah,
wow.
We believe that every kid can benefit from this experience. I can tell you that it could be a transformative experience. It certainly was for me. But we make efforts to be there where kids need us most, where they may not have access to other outlets and other forms of extracurricular or even mentoring opportunities.
Oh, excellent. And thank you for all you do. So tell me, what was the biggest impact COVID had upon your business in the last year?
Well, not being able to have kids in our building was a big problem, and not being able to gather in numbers. My club on a normal after school day would see 180 kids a day.
Mm-hmm.
So we closed for spring break, and then all of a sudden the world changed for us. We were closed about 2 weeks before we were able to reopen with a maximum of 32 kids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So how were you able to open with those 32 kids?
We spent the spring break week coming up with a plan to follow CDC guidelines. And what we did is we have a pretty large campus. We occupy about half of a repurposed elementary school. So
wow.
We decided to take on groups of 8 kids with staff members with a maximum of 32 kids and air gap them. This staff member works with these kids in these areas, and another staff member work with another set of kids in other areas, and they'll never meet. So the idea was that if we had issues with COVID, I would be isolated.
Mm-hmm.
We also made efforts to target families of first responders. So all the kids that came in those first 32 kids, they were all
mm-hmm.
new kids, and most of them were from people in the medical field.
Nice. Excellent. So that is great. I love how you guys made some adjustments. I know it wasn't all the kids that you wanted, but you made adjustments for those that you could serve. So what are your goals for 2020? What are your business goals for 2021?
Well, for us, it's being reflexive to the environment, making sure that we are adaptable to what we're facing with the pandemic and how we're starting to come back. We're at about half capacity because in Georgetown, schools were open pretty much like normal, with the exception of, the COVID protocols in place. So we're at about half of what we would normally do now, and we expect that to continue through our summer. We're hoping that we can get back to some semblance of normal starting in the fall and start taking a regular complement of kids. We actually have a move planned for the school year for the fall. We're moving into another school, and it's going to be a larger campus. And, our grand plan was to have, to be able to take on maybe 50 to 75 more kids a day, and maybe,
wow,
somewhere in the neighborhood of 225 a day or 250 a day to serve as many people as possible. So,
oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
Our plans are we sort of have, it's sort of in a very small way, a blessing to be able to kind of ramp up to that. and start with less numbers, move into the new facility, get our protocol down, and then be able to serve a full complement again.
Oh, that is wonderful. So what do you see as being your biggest challenge to achieving these goals right now?
Well, fundraising has been the challenge, and it's true for every nonprofit during all this. It's very difficult to engage. It's very difficult to have events. Ourselves, we do 3 live events a year to engage with our donor base and to expand it. And so we've had 0 events in 13 months. So that's definitely taken a toll. But what we've been able to do is be reflexive of what we were dealing with and really start embracing the digital arm of what we can accomplish. So we've been able to stay afloat through grants and other things, but the challenge has definitely been money.
Got it. Got it. And I think that's a very common theme amongst the nonprofit world, and it's very unfortunate. So this is one of my favorite questions. Obviously, you've been in this role for about the last 2 years, but it has been said that smart people learn from their mistakes and wise people learn from the mistakes of others. What mistakes have you made in your business, and how can other directors, how can anybody or business owner learn from those mistakes that you've made?
Well, I think our biggest mistake is it kind of lies with me. Growing up in a club, and you're sort of adaptable, and whatever comes for me, what the great things that happen in a club are commonplace. It's what's supposed to happen. So celebrating successes is probably a weak point for me. And so when I think about the pandemic, and I think about what we were closed down for a total of 14 days. That's all. And we were able to serve in the calendar year of 2020 350 plus kids somehow during that time. And we didn't really, while it was happening, efforts to let people know that just sort of didn't take place. We were hunkered down, we were doing it and doing the work. And honestly, that's sort of my mistake, to not make sure that those who had been supporting us, those who could potentially support us, knew about the work we were doing. That in retrospect, we're pretty happy about how we were able to slide through it and stay afloat and be of service to the community. So I think that's probably the top of mind mistake I can think of. If people are being honest, they make mistakes every day. But for me, that's the missed opportunity that I just didn't see. I was a little busy trying to make it work, as opposed to understanding that it was working and letting people know about it.
Thank you for being so vulnerable and taking the issue and putting it on your shoulders. And, just in the world of coaching, one of the common things that we did see is a lot of people, when crisis happened, we stopped marketing. We stopped telling those people. So you're not alone in that area. But thank you for bringing that up and helping those that are listening out there, gain knowledge for you. So here's for our viewers who would like to learn more about the Boys and Girls Club of Georgetown. How can they get in contact or find you? And are there any current offers you'd like to share with the audience today?
Well, our services right now, in terms of being able to allow people in, we're trying to actually figure out our summer program. We have a ton of interest. I probably have a waiting list of 40 to 50. And we're trying to figure out how we can accommodate and still stay within the current guidelines. Although I know that's a moving target, we sort of have to make a plan and stick to it for at least the summer.
Right.
We received a grant so that there are no fees for our summer program, which our fees were always nominal. I think it was $10 a week before, but we were able to receive a grant to ensure that there were no fees for summer and actually for a whole calendar year. So all of our members are coming absolutely free of charge, which is great. So you can check out our website at bgctx.org, and you can look up our club, the Georgetown Club, and you can see all the information there. You can even apply online to enroll your kids there. And our summer program will begin the first week of June on the Tuesday after Memorial Day.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing that. All right. So we like to cap off every interview with one final question. In business today, what is most inspiring to you?
Well, I work in a unique industry. Half my day is spent hanging out with great kids and maybe driving a bus or mopping a restroom. And the other half of my day is spent in the community with people who actually want to give back. For me is special because what I'm doing matters a great deal to me, and it's a very personal journey for me. So just the community of Georgetown, embracing what we do, helping us when we need it. That's really what's inspiring to me, is that I can connect with other businesses, for profit or nonprofit, and find ways to solve problems. I feel like we're in a very good community here, and I'm glad to be here.
Excellent. Well, wonderful. Thank you again, Kelly, for taking time to chat with us this morning. Again, for all of you that are watching, my name is Coach Andy O'Brien. I'm the master coach and firm owner here at Action Coach Wilco. We guide business owners and nonprofits to have the freedom to grow their business every day. If you'd like to share your story, visit our website at actioncoachwilco.com and for more information and to connect with our team. That's all for today.